Hey guys, Bama with you playing Woodland Farm or Farms or something. Pretty sure it's farm. Anyway, little walkthrough here. Hole one here. We're gonna put this a little bit closer towards the middle, so that way, unless it's a hard swipe. Anyways, if you hit a little bit to the left, that keeps it to the center. It leaves it out of that thick rough, and you can it's pretty much plays like fairway for the most part. So you can hit a 2-iron, you can hit a 1-iron, you can hit a 3-iron, whatever you want to hit. I like hitting 1-iron because I'm elevated. I just gotta swipe it straight. It's 171 there, so that's gonna be about 65% or so. 64, 65%. 65. Another putrid swipe. Which, as you watch these, this is the first one I'm doing, you're gonna see a lot of those. A lot of bad swipes. All right, hole 2. What you don't want to do is go long. Do not go long. So only use a streak here. Should give you a pretty good look here for your second shot. You can go high lofted, or you can just go with the 3-iron. 3-iron will clear that front. So anytime the pin's in the middle or in the back, you can pretty easily take a javelin here. Phil Rumley approved. And just take aim. Pretty shitty swipe there, but right over the hole. Easy birdie. All right, hole 3, I was just kind of playing around here, but normally what you want to do is just kind of hit a jab or maniacs. But this one I figured I'd just kind of play around and hit it naked because I wanted to. So pretty good shot there, actually. I was kind of pissed off about the 6 foot. So I owe Chad Trump $5. All right, onwards to hole number 4. Tricky little setup here. This one with the pin on the left, you can get there between that tree and that barn with a O-bird or zero hybrid low T. I'm just a little bit a little bit left of that barn there. The wind should take care of the rest. And execution, lacking. I also hit this about 7 more times before I finally figured out what to do. So I was gonna do a little skit with this, but I decided not to, so save time. But here we go. Get the swipe straight, get the aim right, 98%, right on the green. It can be done. I just wouldn't suggest it if you're playing like a tournament or something. Just go through the damn barn and be done with it. All right, 5. I always hit medium T here with the wind because I get more rollout that way. It feels like. It may not be true, but it feels like it's the case. So if you want to be as far to the left as you can be right here, so you get that little gap in this tree and the gap around the big tree, I always play in the gap between the tree and the limbs there. So you want to aim right there with your shot shape. So I'm going to put a little bit of cut on this and put it right next to that tree. And then hit it a little bit deep. Was going to go hit it again, but I'm like, now this would be a good chance to show a chipper. So we're just going to chip it. So left 2 on the slope. So it's just a little bit to the right. And 54 is the distance it'll go if we hit it full. So 17 yards is where you got to go. So that's about 35, 36%. And just pop it right in the hole. That is Tyler Caskey approved. Yeah, I love this. All right, here you can do this 2 ways. This is a short look on 6. Sometimes it's about 360 and you can't get there, so you just got to lay up in the fairway. But some looks just like this. So I laid back, so I made sure I cleared the trees. If you go up to the front of that tee box, sometimes it'll clip a branch or something, and you'll be looking at a 4, or worse. So I backed up on the tee box just to make sure it cleared, and just put a jab over, and pretty simple putt there. 7 is usually pretty straightforward. It depends on if it's on the other tee box where it's on the far like 300 yards away in a different angle, that's a tough look sometimes. But usually when it's on this box or the box straight in front of us here on the other side of that water, it's a pretty straightforward look. So just got to get the slope of the green right and judge the wind properly. So usually that's always a jab or a sniper look, almost always. 8, always tough look usually. Again, medium T going into the wind. That'll save you a couple of yards, which could be the difference between a longer chip and being in the rough against being in the fairway. So when you're going into the wind, always hit a medium T with your maniacs or torpedo, whatever. Here I'm just going to play around this tree line here with the torpedo, get it somewhat close to the green. That's the best we could do anyways. Again, thought about hitting a sniper, but end up doing another jab. So adjust for that right one slope and that little bit of wind. Pull it back about 30%. 64 yards. Another bad swipe or bad pullback, one or the other. But either way, result was good. So you see it kind of jumped off to the left there a little bit, which is not where I was aiming, but thankfully it found the bottom of the cup. All right, hole number 9. Short look again. So I decided just to hit a sniper here with the 3 wood. You could hit a jab here, of course. But I just to get the kind of get the round over with, I should say, we just decided to go with a sniper and just park it and make that easy little 4-footer. All right, so 14 under on the front. That was about as easy as it was going to get. 5 was a little bit long and around the tree, but the rest of it was pretty simple. To the back, hole 10, you want to stay, like Chad has said before, you can go a little bit further left if you had to. That fairway, just go back towards the center. I think I hit a 1 iron here, I want to say. Yeah, 1 iron here. So 188 is going to be about 70%. If you do the math, it's 135 is half, and you go 162, and then you go 189. So I went 70% here, and I added about 10% to make sure it carried it far enough. Bad swipe again, but thankfully I had enough distance to carry. Simple putt. Pretty sure I played this shot once. May have played it twice, but I think I played it once. I just backed up 2 clubs here. It's a downhill shot, and that wind pushing it, I just hit this pretty much full, I think. If I hit it full, it probably would have went in the hole. But left it a little bit short. But all that wind carrying it downhill, that was a good play. Just leave it a little bit short there. All right. 12 is always a bugaboo for people. You can go over here sometimes, not this look. But the best play is to go over the trees here. The maniacs will get there with a driver, high loft driver. I'm not sure. Did I hit? I think I hit this again with a 3 wood just to see the difference. So that goes 356. So I backed. I'm pretty sure I did this again. Let me look here. No, I didn't. Okay, so whatever. So you can hit a driver torpedo or driver maniacs. I wanted a little bit more control, so I hit the maniacs instead with the high lofts and got it right there on the green. You can do the torpedo, but you lose control of where the ball goes. And as you remember from my week 14 stupidity, hitting a maniacs, missing a 50-foot putt on 12, cost me a chance to go to Worlds. So anyway, 13 is always a bitch too. This is a shorter look though, so pretty simple. You don't have to tee this up. 280. It's not the wind wasn't directly in your face, so you could just hit that sniper right on the green. If it's in your face, you can go to the right or to the left into the fairway or to that sand area and have a chip either way. This one I know I hit twice. So I hit the 5 wood first. I'm pretty sure anyways. I looked at the 4-wood, didn't think it'd clear. Or it did clear, look at that. My bad. Oh, it didn't clear. So this is what I did. I hit the 4-wood first, thinking it didn't get high enough, so then I went back to the 5-wood. So the play is to put it right, just to the right of that tree right there. Now, I'm not far enough right now. We're gonna put it in the water a little short here, well, or not. So the play is to aim right at that tree, right in front of you there, the prominent one there, right there. Then you want to put it just a little bit on C and just right of 2. So right at C, just right of 2. Pretty sure Ryan Tusky showed us all this shot, but executing it is a complete bitch. It's just a tough shot, always will be a tough shot. All right, here, see the T is, the pin is on the left, so I want to make sure I'm on the left because there's a tree right in the middle of the fairway, or an overhanging tree right in the middle of the fairway that can get you into some trouble. So always make sure you go to the left of that. You can see it right there. Which I don't know if I looked up here or not to show it, but there is an overhanging tree right there in the fairway. So that's why you can't hit the, yeah, right there it is. That's why you can't hit the high lofted stuff, like the 7-wood, the 6-wood, stuff like that. So I left this short. I wanted to hit a 2-iron just to show the difference in carry. And pretty sure this first one went too far. I'm pretty sure. I hit at 95. It went over, so I think this one I hit at 94 and left it just short. So, sorry, just long. So adjust again. And in both swipes, if you notice, are complete garbage. Watch this. Look how far right that is. Whew. Anyhow. So keep it low on that hole, especially when the pin's up top. All right, so here, if you see, I considered going around that way, but if I go down to my 3-wood, puts me right at the edge of where that landing area is, and with the little bit of wind it's helping pushing and the extra distance the Maniacs gives you, I felt pretty confident it'd make it, and it just barely went over to that raised rough there. So here you can do anything, really. You can hit a sniper, you can hit a jab if you really wanted to. You can hit a grabber. I'm pretty sure I hit a grabber, yeah. So a little bit of an equipment saver here. Hit it a little bit too hard, but the distance was really good, and it comes right back down towards the cup. So easy peasy on the putt. This is a short look. Normally it's not this easy. Again, I got a pretty good easy setup, except for 14 and 18, which we'll see shortly. But I like the orbits a lot. You'll see that a lot as I play. I especially like playing 3-iron orbits. One of my favorite shots. All right, 18 here. There's zero chance to make eagle here unless you make a chip. There's no way that ball gets to the green. There's nothing you can do except lay it up. So first I tried, okay, I'm just going to lay it up here into the rough. That's what I thought, right? I even took some off. I mean, look how smart that was. I mean, I'm 30 fucking yards into the mud. So I was like, okay, so let's do this. Let's go up here. Let's hit a Maniacs this time. And we're going to take a little bit off and make sure we, don't go into the water, right? Well, shitty swipe later, and we're right there still. So at this point, I'm pretty pissed at myself for doing it twice. So I just teed up all the way, not paying attention, and just hammered the shit out of it. Another bad swipe. So yeah, that hole, you want to make sure you don't make a big number. It's a 3. It's a 3. It's a birdie. There's no other way to play it. I mean, maybe there is, but I'm not that good. So there's Woodland, 27, with lots of mulligans, by the way. Back for more later.